Earth, my home.
What will it look like at the end of a telescope?
Are you getting that?
Yeah.
All right. We're clear.
Clear.
In the interest of being as honest as possible, I don't know what to say.
The Republic has weathered worse trials. This time, I'm in the middle of it.
I'll try to explain this as clearly as I can. I know that my what I've said already to various parties has been a little incredible, to say the least. Well, I've been back for a week, and I'm really not over what happened to me exactly, and I must say that it hasn't been very helpful that nobody actually believes what I have to say. I have been a pilot for almost 10 years. 10 years, almost 10 years. And I've flown 1,000 missions at least. Countless missions. And I spent 2 hours flying over the planet Solaris, and it was easily the most disturbing experience I've ever been through in my life. And and now, for my bravery and suffering in the interest of science, I am being raked over the coals and being crucified by this committee. I've been a pilot for almost 10 years now. I believe I've already given you a full report. I'm willing to tell you what I know. I gave a report already. I had the most disturbing and unnerving experience on the planet, and my reward for my bravery is to be, laughed at. Allow me to, offer my opinion here is that, Solaris is, from my point of view, is incomprehensible. We obviously have no idea what's going on that planet.
Dr. Rochester, this is actually standard procedure. We've all been called to witness our research in front of this committee.
Oh, really? Fine. Fine. Okay, here goes. You ready? I told my commanding officer what happened. I told, the doctors what happened. I told everybody what happened already, and then I told it to them in a written report, and now you're putting me on the carpet again to tell the same story again, and you won't believe it this time. And I'll tell you again, and then I don't know what. Then I can go home, I suppose, because my career is over. Well, the thing is that I just I don't believe there's anything I could say to you or anybody here that would make my story any more plausible. As I came through the fog, I saw an ocean, an endless ocean from horizon to horizon. The ocean was moving, not by the wind, not by the waves, by its own, by some other force. It's very hard to describe. All I can say is that it had the texture of more like some kind of flesh or like a clay, like a moving clay.
Why are we here?
I can see what's happening to me right now. You know, I'm losing, my career is coming to an end, okay? And like, you know, this is the last thing that I ever wanted to have happen to me. I've always been very forthright and very careful with my work.
You wrote in your report about a 40-meter tall baby.
That's correct. A baby. 40-meter baby. The shock just really hasn't worn off yet. I don't think it ever really will. It was the last thing I expected to see in an alien planet that was presumably uninhabited. At first I couldn't see what it was. It looked like but I could see that there was something underneath the surface of the ocean. The baby was close enough to see very clearly what it looked like. It was floating in the water.
Did you recognize the baby?
Yes. It was me. It was looking at me. It was me. As far as I'm concerned, this Inquisition is you know, it's a joke. The whole thing is a fucking joke. I saw solid objects in the ocean, coming out of the ocean, made out of the ocean. Okay. The ocean was iridescent in color, many different colors all at the same time, shimmering across the surface from one horizon to the other and moving in many different ways all at the same time. It was hypnotic, to say the least. Overwhelming, actually. Intoxicating. I'd never seen anything like it. It was astonishing. At first I thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life. The planet was reacting to my own presence as I flew over it. And the waves started to form patterns all around me. And parts of it seemed to become, became simultaneously solid and liquid at the same time, if you can imagine what that looks like. And then sometimes like rubbery, like clay, like sand on the beach, you know, undulating and moving and breaking open and then filling back up. It was I watched it for almost an hour. And these solid objects, these illusions, you know, became more and more familiar. They became more and more, real, or rather, they became more recognizable. And eventually, I saw the infant, the giant infant, the baby that was, it was enormous baby, grotesque, monstrous baby. Its skin looked like clay. I feel like the planet is still in my head. still calling to me. In fact, I'm rather disturbed by what I saw there, and I'm sorry to say, I hope I never have to go back.
Let me introduce myself. I am Kevin Spacebo, and I am a space psychologist. Space psychologist. My main research is done here on Earth, but my training, in fact, is more specialized. My job as a space psychologist is, in fact, to be able to pierce the veil that shrouds everything that we do. What I hate is what everyone hates. What I don't know. Violet Rochester's testimony. What does it mean?
Yeah.
I've known Rochester my whole life. The testimony, there's something to it. I'm so glad you called back. Rochester, I heard your report, and I wasn't laughing.
Well, thank you for your interest.
Oh, it's much bigger than that. What you said is everything to that program. Don't you understand?
I think I've said enough already.
Your career's over, but the solaristics program isn't. I'm going to Solaris to talk with the other scientists.
My brother, Holbrook, will be there, of course.
That craziness, that's the power. That's the key. That's what I'm gonna do. That's why I'm going up. And together, you and me, we're gonna be heroes. Not for the glory, Rochester. Not for the glory, but because this nation needs heroes. Understand? Solaris needs heroes. This program needs heroes. Else it's just gonna fall. Only you and me know this. Only you and me understand that what you brought back is the key to what's going on up there. Hey, good luck. The Rochester report has already been buried. Its impact is understood by the scientists. The politicians only understand that the mining phase is nowhere in sight. Research means nothing to these pigs.
Listen, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking...
Each one of these will grow 2 coming out. So I allow them.
Are you doing a sea of green thing, but with basil?
Basically, yeah.
Oh my God.
I heard about your boy Rochester.
You know he's not right.
You know, nobody's happy about that astronaut nonsense report.
What the hell's he doing there?
That's interesting you say that. He's a pretty slick guy. He accomplished his mission if you look at it that way.
Well, we all came up together. And you know he doesn't know how to lie.
I was thinking the same thing. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna go to Solaris.
Well, you know that didn't turn out too well last time. Making the jump from the underground caused quite an inconvenience for the city in 25, if I recollect.
Well, that's why this time I'm taking the L.
Gentlemen, we've just received the word. Spacebo has been mobilized for transport to Solaris.
Dad, it's so hard to be leaving Earth.
Ma tu sei preparato per questo, no?
Yes, I have been getting ready. But I needed to talk to you like this, in the old garden. But it's the small, nuanced meals, you know? And he put chocolate in the chili and made it really hot. And I did some other stuff to it, and she was like, when I tasted that chili, I thought I was gonna die. You know, it was as if he had given her a kiss she couldn't forget, you know? It's like...
In Italy, I was an art teacher.
Your teaching helped me to be who I am. Why did I ever become a space psychologist? It's the only thing I was ever good at.
Che fai tu? Che fai?
What you do?
I have a crazy job with crazy people. Actually, seriously crazy, and then they're also supposed to have drug addictions and stuff like that. Do you think?
No conosco, I don't know.
You know, I might not see you again.
I will miss you very much.
I love you.
Thank you, I love you too.
He's mobilized. He's coming to Solaris. Get ready. Placebo is on the train. He's coming to the space door. Expect his imminent arrival.
Don't shut me out, scientists of the Earth. I've got what you need, written in blood from the streets. My words mean nothing. Do you get my point? My work is unique, not for your brain. How thrilling it is. A chant of space and time, eternally flowing, to the cosmic sex, to death. It's all good. Here comes one man, check it out. Rochester, think of your country. Solaris, the basis of our new economy. A way forward. To all the prostitutes that I see, relax, at ease with me. I am Kevin Spacebo, space psychologist. Liberal and lusty as nature. Not till the sun gives up on you, will I give up on you. Not till the rain stops washing you, and the leaves stop crushing under your feet, will I stop bathing you with my eyes. And lying down in front of you in my mind, I'm gonna marry you, prostitute. Make yourself ready. Be patient and perfect. Until that day, I'll just give you one significant look, so that you will know this is true, and never forget it. What were we to do with Rochester's testimony? If I go directly to the scientists in space, maybe they will have a plan. Not just for our nation, but for myself. Not just for my own good, but for solaristics. To know what is strange, unknown, alien. To embrace the fire of another system. This is something I can do. It's been so long. To leap. I know I can do this. Just ride the trains. Just ride the trains to the door. Space travel. Time travel. The untold won by life and land never granted. Now, Voyager, sail thou forth to seek and find. We are supposed to exist inside a mosaic of relationships and connections. You don't treat an illness by treating a symptom. You need the correct diagnosis. Without the correct diagnosis, you're just thrashing around in the dark. You see, one can take care of a symptom, but if one's not addressing the root cause, then you're just going to have another symptom, or the symptom again will reappear. Nothing records the effects of a sad life so completely as the human body. And you see that sad life in the faces and bodies of those all around us. And we just go to the grocery store and look. It's the fact that we're all little Punjabs. Do you understand? We all have everything we need, which is just beyond conception 400 years ago, easily. So you need to understand that in a way it's as if we're in an abstracted environment that doesn't have enough stimulus to contain us. We are in a golden cage. We have all our needs fulfilled, and then we have needs that we then create, and we please ourselves, and we endeavor unto these sort of fancies. Now, it's also a force. It's also a direction. And simply because it's caught up in these eddies of narcissism and is pleasing and satisfying doesn't mean that we can't undam the river. We can't undam the flow and have a more collective and unified forward direction, which is in fact more natural. A more effective way to look at that is as this generator of a primal life force that's inside of each of us. It's the generator of the human energy that pushes us forward, that would allow us to survive. You see, what we cage is caged primal, but uncaged, it would blossom and bear fruit. So if this primal force inside of us does not develop and flourish and make connections and have relationships, then it becomes this perversion of an entity. So what is intimacy? None of us have a clue. Do you understand? None of us have a clue. For none of us are intimate. All of us are strangers. All of us are these hungry ghosts floating around without a clue of how we are supposed to fit in to the bigger picture. And look at the ugliness we love. Think about it. All the ugly things that are our homes, our neighborhoods, our places from which we came. And we could so easily reject them because they aren't the fantasies that are painted all over the walls and the screens. But these are where our sentimental heart belongs. And yet, for all intents and purposes, they are still in the womb, and here they are neglected and forgotten and thrown out on the streets as if they are so much trash. So do you see that it's sort of like the Chinese saying, you have a large horse in a small stable. That's us inside our heads. We have this large horse that's ready to climb a mountain or run across a plain. Good God, how many of us have gone around and seen the storage facilities that are set up so people can store the things they buy and never use? Come with me and go to a grocery store, and together we'll look at all those that are there, and we'll see displayed again and again these sad lives or these desperate lives that people are living, and how they try to contain themselves in the cages that are themselves, these narcissistic golden cages that their life force is pushing against. And the stronger it pushes against the bars of the cage, which are only buttery gold, the more the cage collapses on them, the more the cage, like a hand, an angry hand, clenches itself into a fist. And what if a fist was a face? Would it not be ugly? Would it not look angry? Would it not be sad that this fist is how you're going to communicate with the world? It's as if it's grasping at something that's not there. And of course it's not. We're not there for each other. Not for these fists, these sad cages bumping into each other, not able to make any contact, any connection. And that's what my work's all about.